Hey y'all, what's up, man? This is Jesse, your favorite nobody. How y'all doing? All right. I just want to talk about a few things. Man, there's so much more I'd rather be doing, but this is just. I feel like we all need to speak up, cause man, as happy as I am about the ABC, Kamala Harris, the White House, and all of them being exposed for that rigged debate. Thank you to the whistleblower who did the right thing and filed the affidavit the day before, mind you, the day before the debate. So keep that in mind. It was the day before, meaning nothing was put in there, um, because it had already happened and it looked like something. No, it was put there. Then they did it, matches up perfectly with what the person said, and here they are exposed for cheating, rigging the debate. Every card was stacked against Trump, but lucky for us, that man had his own card up his sleeve and he still handled his own. You can call it a loss if you want, but you can't lose when you're being cheated. So, good job. Good job to the whistleblower who brought this to light. It's something we all knew. I know y'all knew. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it like I seen it. Like, and for all of you who want to say, call BS, whatever, y'all tripping. Y'all know you tripping, and you're probably as corrupt as they are, and that's what you. That the only defense for these people is the only people that are defending them have to be as bad and corrupt as them. Point blank. There's no good. There's no good with these people, man, and they could definitely care less about us, and they're proving that day after day after day. I mean, we hear from Trump. He's an open book. Open book. We don't even know the title with Kamala. We don't know one plan. The only couple things she talked about, she flipped her mind around. She don't know because she's drunk. We got one that's brain is just gone and one is drunk, and it sucks. So I'm not trying to tease that man, even though he was corrupt and this all that. Hey, I made my mistakes. I made my mistakes too, but I own mine. Why can't they own theirs? They're fact checked and proven wrong, but it's funny how they're only fact checked and proven wrong after words, not on the spot. Not like Trump on the spot. He's being fact checked, and then the fact checks are wrong. Like it looks crazy talking about people eating cats and dogs and pets and the ducks down at the pond and all that and this and that. Man, they're saying, oh, it sounds crazy, and we all sound crazy. But the thing is, it is crazy. It's crazy that it's really happening. And there's proof. Look it up. Stop watching and listening to one thing you hear and then going with that. Do your homework before you run your mouth. Look it up. And that's what they should do. Kamala knows it happened, but she just, she knew ABC was on her side, so she could turn and laugh at him and make it look like he's stupid. The whole camera setting, everything was set up against him. They shortened her podium to make and put it in a position where it made her look tall. She's just a short, old, whatever color woman. She don't know what color she is. Day to day. She don't know if she's from the hood or if she's from the burbs or if she's, you know, from Beverly Hills. She just don't know on a daily. She's fake. She's fake. She's puts on this front for each and every type of person that she stands in front of. Well, the thing about being yourself and always being yourself is you can do what we should be doing, and it's individualized. Everybody's an individual. Stop making a group of everybody. This whole thing is crazy. And calling this man racist, he is far from racist, man. He's not racist. But he gets called that, and people just go with it. Why? Because he's an old white guy with a big mouth. Runs his mouth. So what, man? We need someone who runs his mouth with business smarts, who ain't afraid to lay it down, man, and make your life better. Talks shit to make your life better, and you complain about it. Because it's never enough. But seem to be happy with people drowning you. That's how bad our world is getting. The world, not just our country, the world. That's how bad it's getting. It's like people are getting comfortable with being in uncomfortable situations. People are being comfortable with being broke, being homeless. Like, I know a lot of homeless people. I was homeless a couple years myself, a couple years ago myself. I was homeless. I was out on the streets. And I was trying my ass off. Me and my girlfriend were trying our asses off to get off the streets and get in the house, which we did. We did do that, you know. But but there's some that don't even want to because they're living better out on the streets. All they got to do is be a little dirty and this and that, you know, because they don't get their showers and stuff like that. But they're eating fine. Trust me, they're eating fine. Even without food stamps, they're eating fine. Plenty of places are handing out food and the things you need. You can be homeless. You can be more comfortable homeless. That's what the point is that I'm getting at, and that's crazy. It shouldn't be like that. And the reason some of these people are homeless because there's administration that's in there. 3.5 years ago, they weren't homeless. I've talked to a lot of people. Have you, any of you that want to argue me, come to the streets with me. I'll take you and make sure you're all right. But come hit the streets with me and talk to these people who are out here that you don't know, that you haven't talked to, and that you're just assuming you know what you're talking about. These people out here were doing fine till now they can't even afford to eat, even with food stamps, because food costs so much. That's what it is, like it or not. And one and so what do they do? They don't try to make things better for us. They give $15,000 in food stamps to another people from another country that they're flying in here and just throwing out to our streets. And they're taking our homes and jobs, the few jobs that we even freaking have to take. They're taking. They're taking everything. And why do they even need our jobs when they get 15,000 in food stamps? You know, out here on the streets, 50 cents to a dollar. You get 50 cents for every food stamp dollar you sell. $15,000 worth, that's $7,500. Knock off some because you actually buy food, that's 7,000 or 6,500, and then the rest you put food in your house. You live it up. They're living it up. 5,000 in cash. You know what they do with that? The reason it looks like they're just living in an apartment with a bunch of them and this is because they're saving their money, stacking, going back to their poor countries and being rich there, and then joining a cartel and taking over. That's what's happening. Yeah. See, you can learn a little bit if you actually out here on the streets, man. You stop trying to tell us how it is here. Y'all don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. So keep your mouth shut. You got these fake ass news. ABC should be ashamed of themselves, and I hope to God they get shut down. I hope especially the moderators, but I hope everybody all the way to the top gets fired because they deserve it. I hope they lose their jobs, and I hope they end up on the fucking streets like the rest of us. Not me. I'm not on the streets anymore, but I'm speaking in general. Makes me sick out here, man. And everywhere you go, you can't even talk to people, even the workers, because they don't speak your language. They don't even have to come here and learn our language. We're supposed to learn theirs. This ain't nothing new. This is as long as I can remember, almost 20 plus years. I've learned that I have to learn how other people talk to work with them, to live in the same area as them. I got to learn their language because they're not even trying to learn ours. Y'all tripping, man. Rhetoric. I want to talk about the rhetoric being spilled. And I want to give you a definition of rhetoric. So I wrote it down. So let me find it right here. Rhetoric. Rhetoric is the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing, especially the use of figure of speech. And it goes on to say, and other compositional techniques. Language, it's the language to have a persuasive or impressive effect on its audience by design, but often regarded as lacking in sincerity or meaningful content. So that's just so I wanted you to get, for people that don't know, what rhetoric actually is. And they both do it. Both sides do it. But it's one thing to do it a little bit to help your campaign. It's another thing to do it to get a man killed. And that's what they're going to do. Let's not forget, he's not a robot. He's not just nothing. He's a human being with a family that loves him, just like you and me. He's got the grandkids that sit on his lap and want to bounce. He's got the, and laugh and like he does that. He's a family man, from what since y'all seem to know him so well that he doesn't give a about nobody. Well, he's human just like us, and he makes mistakes just like us. Yeah, he shouldn't say some of the stuff he says, Oh, I hate Taylor Swift. Okay, well, I got some news for you. I think there's a lot of people that agree with him. But he ain't out there spreading that trying to get Taylor Swift killed. He's just saying he don't like her. Because she does have horrible views, obviously, because she goes along with the Democratic Party, who has horrible views. They're globalists, y'all. Do you know what the difference between a globalist and a nationalist is? Globalist thinks outside first, then into the country. Save the world first, and then you come. You're the bottom of the barrel. Nationalists make our country great, and then we can spread the wealth, if you will, or the love, if you will, however you want to say it. But it starts here, not out there. Oh my God! Your country's poor. Come on in. You're just gonna make us one of them countries with a lot more people. We can't. Towns don't know what to do with it. They're not equipped to handle all these people that this administration, whether y'all want to admit it or not, this administration is letting in. They admittedly have an open border policy. And it affects all of us equally. And it affects going right up to the rich. The mega rich are the only ones that are alright. And speaking of that, mega rich, Trump is mega rich. And instead of using that against him, think about it in this light. He doesn't have to be here. He does not have to do this and risk his life on a daily basis. He doesn't have to stand up and take criticism after criticism after criticism from these fake media, nonsense, bullshit activists, and all these followers and brainwashed liberals who just don't know any better. Or, no, they know better. They just don't care. I'm telling you, man. He wants to save this country. He wants people to have the opportunity he had. He wants people to get to his status. There's something wrong with that? There's something wrong with him wanting wealth in your life? He's trying to hand you a plate so you can make it. Yeah, you're not going to get handed millions or whatever, but you're going to get the opportunity to make them millions on your own. You don't have that opportunity right now because you can't feed your family. You can't pay your rent. You can't do nothing. The cost of living is ridiculous, and it's not getting better. The only thing that went down is gas prices. Why? Because the election's coming. You think that's not going to explode back up as soon as the election's over? You think you're saving money now, but that's going to make up for, you're going to pay, it's going to be made up for, you know, within a month after the election, if the Democrats stay in there and Trump doesn't get in there, stop these stupid nonsense wars that we shouldn't have never got involved in, but since we are, he needs to stop it, and he will. That's a guarantee. Nobody messed with us. She made a false statement about the first time in however long that there hasn't been American feet on the ground, soldiers on the ground fight in any war zones or anything. What? What? Syria, Iraq, we're still there. And we would be in Afghanistan still if she did, but they made that coward move, pulled us out, and had 13 Americans killed? They got blood on their hands, and so does this loudmouth media. You got blood on your hands just as they do. Because you spread the rhetoric that they spill. And you're going to have more blood on your hands when you get this man killed. So anyways, much love to y'all. I pray that your life gets better. It's not going to with this administration. So I hope some magic enters your life if they get elected or whatever. But in any which way, I hope your life gets better. I really do. And I'm really trying to make mine better. Let's do this together. Like, subscribe. Peace.